We are going up there. And I don't know if this camera does any justice for exactly how big this hill is. Anyway, a quick little story here. So we left and got Dusty's bird on ice and got something to eat. And we came back down, and well, we went north of here a little ways, and we were going to go to a new spot. And there's a truck parked there. Shocker. Anyway, he's parked in position. We don't know whether he's, which side of the road he's hunting or what area he's hunting, so we just didn't even take a chance going in there at all. Decided to come back over here where we heard birds this morning. We were up on that ridge this morning. We heard one gobbling up on this ridge. It's about, what is it, 1:30 in the afternoon?
Yep.
So instead of going up through the valley and risking bumping birds, we're just gonna go on this tip here and just slide up on that point there and probably just set up and do some blind calling to begin with, because it seems like these birds are eager to travel, because they were traveling quite a bit this morning.
They're looking at now.
It's like they're bucks cruising for does, man. They're gobblers cruising for hens. Is that a gobble? Sound like a gobble in the wind, way off to the right. Anyway, we're gonna shut the camera off, save a little power on it. That sounds like a gobble. I'm hearing things. Anyway, enough imagination. I'm hearing things. We're gonna get up this hill here. We're gonna do a blind sit for a little while. And if we don't hear anything, then we'll get them to move. We're almost to the top of this hill. Just taking a quick little breather. So we're gonna sit up on this point here looking back towards the field. I'm not sure how far away that is. I'll have to look at it in a minute. At least 150 yards, maybe 200. But I know from experience here last year, a lot of the birds are down to the right, down in the valley. They'll come up on this point and they'll work it that way, back around the field and in the woods. So Dusty and myself are gonna set up here. We're gonna put the Jake decoy out there at 25, 30 yards and stay kind of on this side of the hill. If we hear one gobble that way, we'll shift around and kind of face that way. If we hear that one that way, we'll just stay facing that way. But we're just gonna chill out here for about 2 or 3 more minutes and then sneak up there. Also listening right now because I could have sworn I heard a gobble as we were coming up the hill. And it sounded like it was up this way. Could have been around the ridge, but when you guys see this, this is a nice pretty little point. Nice and kind of open on top. Ideal location to get a mid-morning to early afternoon bird. All right, so we're settled in here finally. I guess I was hearing a gobble as we came up the hill, because as we're sitting here letting things settle down, a bird gobbled twice across the valley. We did bump a little juvenile hen. She was sitting in the tree up here, probably just loafing in the middle of the day. But I'm gonna start off with my banshee slate call. I feel pretty confident we're gonna get a gobble with it, so let's get started. He was gobbling on his own. He's gobbled twice since we sat here. He gobbled, if those were gobbles I was hearing, he gobbled 3 times as we come up the hill. Now he just gobbled at my call. He may be a lonely bird looking for something. We got one gobbled over there on that ridge. I heard him hit, but that was that over there. He gobbled again. Well, it's looking, I guess this looks pretty good. We got birds on either side of us. They're a long ways off, but we'll give them a little while, see what they do. They know we're here. All right, so we've been here for over an hour. We've been set up for at least an hour, but we've been up on top of this hill for over an hour. And that bird hasn't moved. He's been gobbling periodically, especially the rumble of thunder behind us. Whenever you get that little low rumble, he'll gobble to it. But he seems like he's in the corner of the field up there, looking at Onyx. That's what I'm guessing. So we're gonna grab our stuff, and I think we're gonna drop down. There's a creek below, and it works right up to that corner. It's kind of a drainage creek. And we're gonna get up there and see if we can do something with him. Let's ease up here. Did it gobble? I thought I heard some. It's got me nervous, that big storm now. Check your, can you get radar here? I'd like to see the radar where we're at. I'm gonna try mine too. I got a little bit of service.
That's at like 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh yeah, I got, it's just a, looks like there's not much to it. There's not much to it. Well, let's go kill this bird before we get rained on. He's gonna go quiet on us now that we made a move. Was that him? We're about halfway to the turkey, folks. So we're about halfway, or maybe not quite, about a third of the way to where we think that bird is. But now he's gone quiet. Heard him gobble earlier as we were walking, but I couldn't really pinpoint that well. Now we got storms moving in. I'm just hoping it's just a little sprinkle and done with. Got a little thunderstorm that's passing. Luckily it's not too intense, and it's just skirting us. And the lightning sounds like cloud lightning. I haven't heard any strikes hit the ground yet. Just rumbling through the clouds. Looking at the radar, it looks like it's about to end here, so we're gonna get lucky, I guess. But I'm gonna put the camera away, and as soon as this passes by, we'll get back after it. I bet that was him we heard over there. Something either spooked him or he just moved off that way. I have a feeling we're going to be left to roosting birds this evening. I want to try and get that bird over there. We'll just give it a few minutes, about 5 or 10 minutes, see if he gobbles again. Since we're over here already, how do you want to approach that? Because I want to go after that bird we heard on the other ridge.
Yeah.
Do we just go across this field, down the ravine, come up, and circle that field? It's been a while. I mean, he could be anywhere. But I'm guessing he's still on that ridge somewhere.
I'm kind of thinking if we're going to go for him, let's get to the mouth of that ridge as quick as we can.
Yeah, where it comes out into the field.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, let's do
We'll
that.
go through this, get all the way to that next one.
Yeah, we can just go straight over this field,
Yeah.
go down, hit that trail that goes up, cut across the field, stay low, and then just get to the mouth and then set up.
Cast a few calls
Yeah, just sit down and then see what happens. This bird here is just running us around, wasting our time. Let's do that then. You want to scan that field there, in that corner, with your binoculars. Make sure there's nothing out there. I just don't want to bump him. So what we're trying to do is, that bird was gobbling way down there on that ridge. We're trying to get down on here, and hopefully he's still there somewhere. We can call him to us. We don't want to call as we approach and then get him gobbling and we don't know if he's coming or not. We're just going to take a chance that we don't bump him and ease up through here and set up. We got less than 3 hours before sunset. So we're just going to set up here, get on that point or get on the mouth of that ridge and just blind call for a while. And if we have to move, we will, but if we don't, we're just going to sit there and call. Got something to say?
You should think about putting these videos on YouTube.
Nobody would watch them. Stop, turkey. Hold this. There's a turkey right out there. Hen. Oh, there's another one behind her. I didn't see her until just now. Alright, we're going to slide forward a little bit. We're going to keep out, see these hens, make sure they're not still in the field. Looks like they kind of went over the hill a little bit, maybe towards the woods. Well, folks, we are probably in our last setup of the day. We're on the ridge where Dusty shot his bird way down there. We're not far from where we started this morning, where that bird was roosted. Obviously, we're not trying to kill that bird because he's already dead, but the one that we heard behind us, we think he's the one we eventually heard out here on the ridge with us later in the morning. And he went quiet, and then we went after that bird after we got lunch, and this one started gobbling again. So we snuck over here to do a blind sit for the last sit of the day. Saw some hens over here in the field. But we're just going to sit here and do some calling. Maybe there's a bird in the area. I heard that. I didn't know if it was a gobbling or not until you behind us. Yeah, it was back. Was it down our ridge or on the other ridge? Now this ridge curves around. It was a long ways off wherever it was. Yeah, to me it sounds like it wasn't on this same ridge. But it was a long ways wherever it was. I just barely heard it, and I wasn't even sure it was a gobbler until you said something. That's what's nice about having another person with you when you're hunting. I can think I hear a gobbler, and I just won't say nothing. But if the other person says, "Hey, was that a gobbler?" then you know, yeah, that was one. But you weren't no help coming up that hill earlier.
What's your draw to South Dakota? Is it just for more tags?
No, I don't know. I like the hunting seems to be a little easier, and I love the terrain. It's beautiful out there. And I like when you go out there and you hit a coyote howl and they gobble everywhere.
I got that goofy.
Don't move, those turkeys right here. That's a gobbler. That's a long beard right there. Where's he at? Got him, boy. Shut up. They come sneaking in, man. I just looked up and there they were.
I just froze like a statue. I tell you, for a second, I thought you were messing with me.
No, man, I wouldn't do that. I
But
thought
I
it was a
just
Jake.
froze.
I didn't see the beard on the second one. And then when he turned around, thank goodness those two trees were right there. Can you believe that? Hey man, we doubled today.
Did it?
They come in sneaky quiet. I think they saw us right there and they got nervous, but holy cow. Get it out of your system, buddy. Well, I plastered his head.
Crazy.
Man, you put me on a bird, because this was your suggestion to come sit up on this ridge.
Just saying, if we're gonna hunt him, we need to get over here.
How about that?
Man, that's beautiful.
He's pretty heavy too. He's not as heavy as yours, but I guarantee you he's 20, 21.
That's beautiful.
He's got a little weight to him. Look at that. Heck yeah, man. Basically, we were set up 25, 30 yards away from where we were set up this morning when we started the day. We ended the day almost at the same tree.
Huge circle. Some Mountain Dew, some biscuits, some mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh, I had some fried chicken that's been rolling through me.
Come all the way back around and kill another bird.
Heck yeah. I guess day one is all we get for Iowa.
It's been a great Iowa season.
Yeah, it's been a great Iowa season, all one day of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed following along as we on our adventures throughout this day. And you know, it took 2 episodes to put it together because I didn't want to put it all in one episode. You got to see part 1 with Dusty, and then part 2 with me on my bird.
This doesn't justify a buddy bar. I don't know what does.
Yeah, buddy bar. You got something with you?
I do.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys in, if we go to Minnesota tomorrow, I guess we'll see you guys in Minnesota.
We'll see. We're going to pray on it.
Yep.